Darling, I'm so pleased to be at the theatre to watch P-Frog's new piece. This is her comeback, you know.
I heard she's been away working on other projects, but now that she's back doing Sims videos, I'm quite relieved. It's what she's best at. Hey, don't look away from me. How rude.
P-Frog,
What?
I must have you now!
Thank you. All right. Quite derivative.
Hello everyone, Katie here, aka P-Frog, and today I am building a theatre in The Sims. So, I'm back, everybody. Hello, if you've missed me. I'm very sorry, but I'm here now, I'm making some videos, and I'm very pleased to be doing so. I've actually been away on tour, because in real life, I run a theatre company, that's what I do for a job. So, when I was saying, oh, you know what, I want to make a cool video for my comeback, and my friend Starshes, who I will link to her channel in the description. She's another Sims 4 video person. She suggested that I make a theatre and talk about what I've been up to. So I shan't bore you with all the details because it's not actually that glamorous touring with a theatre company, but I will make a theatre in The Sims. I'll absolutely do that. And here it is. It's a bit boring at this point. I've tried to do as much of this video in 16 times speed as possible because it was a very, very long build with lots of fiddly annoying things, which you will see throughout the video. But I'm currently using some stairs to try and make the seating rake. That's going to be the stage. And here I'm just putting in a little stage door area. So I've been to a lot of different theatres over the years. And I thought this would be a cool way of kind of telling people who have no idea about what actually happens backstage or in the whole building, what is going on in that thing. Because if you go to see a show, you only see the bar and the toilets and the auditorium and then look at the stage from the front, but you don't see all the other stuff around the back. So I thought this would be a fun way of kind of merging my two worlds somewhat. So I put in some dressing rooms and some toilets around the back. There's a little office just next to the stage door. Oh, doing the seating, that's very nice. And I'm just putting in some masking at the side, or legs. Now, I did use some custom content then, however, I get rid of it. So you can download this without any custom content, that's cool. Haven't put it on the gallery yet, but you know me, I always never get around to it. So if anybody says, please put this on the gallery, I really want to do this, then let me know in the comments and I will absolutely do that. Because also I've been getting involved with a few machinimas lately, and you may have seen the little one at the beginning there. That was my very first foray into machinimas, and I really enjoyed just mucking about with that. But I'm already in a series that Silken Sims has made, which is her Adventures in Neverland, which I should link at the top right now, but I will definitely link her channel and all that in the description. And I'm also working on a new project of hers, which is called Blue Moon, which is a really cool kind of fantasy, realm of magic based story. And there's loads of awesome people doing voices, proper voiceover actors, and also lots of Sims YouTubers as well in there. So it's going to be an awesome project. So definitely subscribe to her. I will link everything down there. Why was I saying that? I remember. Okay. The reason why I mentioned machinimas in general is because I thought that if you make them, you might want to use a theatre for a story. So go ahead, use mine. I made one. Somebody else has probably done it better than me. Oh, these chairs were a pain. You can actually sit, you can sit on the front row and you can sit on the third row back. You cannot sit on the second row or any other rows because they're on stairs, but it looks cool. It looks cool. And now I'm making the sound and light booth, which is where the technicians sit to operate the show. And that sounds weird. But that's what you say. You talk about opping the show, and it's operating the sound and operating the lights. So I thought I'd put in this really cramped little space, because if you've ever been in a real one, that is what they are like. They are really unpleasant to sit in, because they're just so small. And I had some window issues, but I did some strange solutions for that. I used whatever this weird divider thing is from Dine Out. A lot of weird stuff in Dine Out that's really useful for building. You will see the unfulfilled wall sign used to great effect later, because I tried to do a door across 2 floors. So you'll see how that works a bit later on. Just filling out the office down the back There were some creepy stairs a second ago, but let's just pretend that they weren't there. And now I'm doing the dressing rooms. And they're very, very boring, very white. I've used that scratched lino stuff that I think is from Get to Work, can't really remember, because the backstage areas and dressing rooms in theatres are usually the most boring and bland you could possibly imagine. They probably sound really glamorous and exciting, but they're just so not. They're so just white painted because no one's ever going to see them. And usually they've got like a little kettle in there and a little fridge and something. That's quite handy when they've got that sort of stuff. Not always. Sometimes it's just a cupboard. That's not even a joke. So sometimes it's toilets that you get changed in. But, you know, I'm no diva. I'm aware of where we are a lot of the time. We do a lot of touring to village halls and schools and things like that, and you know full well that you're not going to get anything there. And anybody who gets irritated by not having their own dressing room when they're doing a primary school can just get over themselves, to be perfectly honest with you. Of course you're not going to have one. You're in a school. But I love doing school shows. They are so much fun. The kids are always really into it because they've just come out of class. They've got to go and see a show, and that's so exciting, and they're all going crazy and screaming, and it's great. It's great fun. And also I love doing the village halls because you're always going to these tiny villages in the middle of nowhere, and it's really difficult to get to the nearest theatre. And then we come in and everyone's like, oh my God, you did a whole show in our hall. This is really cool. And we're like, no worries. You told us to come here and we had a great time. So, and everybody's just happy. It's just nice when everybody's happy. I like doing a job where we're enjoying doing what we're doing and they're enjoying seeing it. And yeah, it's great fun. So I know I'm very lucky that I've got a cool job, but it doesn't make a lot of money and it's quite hard work. So it swings and roundabouts. I had a hell of a time with these lights, I got to tell you, and I've cut a little bit out of it because it took so long trying to put them in. Because I've done a weird floor thing. I've actually got this going over 3 floors, and the walls aren't great in the actual auditorium because there's like the siding. What do they call it? The stuff that goes at the bottom. Skirting board up halfway up the middle of the wall 3 times, so that's weird, but that's there. And you may have noticed a minute ago I put some huge set pieces that were from Get Famous on the stage, and then I thought, well, I'm not sure what I want the set to be for this theatre right now, so I put them in a little basement. You can't get to it, you can't use it as a sim, but you can go there if you're making a story or a machinima or something, and you can go find them and put them on the stage. So I thought I'd do that for you. And you may have noticed up the top left, I've just had that lot types interface open for ages, but it's gone now, thankfully, because that was really irritating me when I was watching it. I don't know if it was irritating you. Let me know in the comments if it was annoying you too. No, seriously. I wanted to make this a bar so that the bar would work. So it's just, you know, a random community lot. You can come there and you can have a drink, if not anything else. And people just wander around. It's quite funny. When I do the tour at the end, you're going to see this. There are Sims in every part of this building because, you know, I didn't lock anything because I wasn't, and nobody owns this. It's just there. So I thought that was quite amusing that you just kind of go into this office and, oh, there's someone in there, which I suppose is quite realistic because someone might be working in an office. However, they're just standing there for some reason. So we've got some toilets for the public in, a little bit nicer than the ones backstage, but not terribly exciting because they're just toilets. Thought I'd put in some nice seating down the bottom. There's also an office, the box office I put in a minute ago. And here I'm making the upstairs. And I basically copied and pasted most of the downstairs dressing rooms because, let's be honest, if they were going to make dressing rooms upstairs and downstairs, it would probably be the same, wouldn't they? So I just popped in the same ones because, number 1, I'm lazy, and number 2, I think it works. So that's fine. And I'm doing the exact same with the toilets, duplicating them upstairs so that you've got 2 sets. And if you're wondering why there's only 4 female toilets for the public in this entire building, that is based on real experiences from watching shows. And there being an auditorium of what, like 2,000 people, and there are like 6 toilets because it's an old Victorian building. So irritating. I got very, very angry waiting for the second half of Les Mis because I was absolutely desperate for the loo, and I was like basically late going back in, and I was getting so angry with the people who work there going, why is this the case? Build more toilets. Anyway, that was the Bristol Hippodrome. I'm going to dob them in. They need more toilets. But anyway, if the sound sounds completely different right now, It's because I'm recording this bit of audio about 2 weeks later after I recorded the bit just now. I got halfway through this video and then moved on to some other things. So yeah, that happened. I was trying to make that look cool, but it wasn't working, so I gave up. Basically, last couple of weeks, I've started streaming on Twitch, which some of you may have seen. Some of you might be here because of that, so that's cool. If you are, hey. If not, go check out my my Twitch. I'm called pFrog Sims over there. It's going rather well, to be honest. I'm an affiliate now. I wasn't when I started making this video, but I am now. So I wasn't even, wasn't even the kind of thing I would tell you. I wasn't even a streamer then. But yes, I'm finally trying to finish off some of these videos. I've got 3 half-made videos. Nothing happening with them yet. But anyway. Now, I'm currently making a rehearsal room upstairs because this is exactly what you'd find in a lot of big theatres. They've got look, I came up with a genius idea. I went, if I make a room for this and then I stack some of these chairs on top of each other and then I can duplicate it and then get rid of look at that. Stacked chairs. That's cool. So we've got rehearsal room. And a minute ago, I was working on the front of house. The pretty part at the front, which is what you will see. A full mirrored wall. Okay, here we go. This is when things start getting annoying. And I was desperately trying to find something to fill that gap, but then I got bored and moved on to something else, as I do, and then came back to it a minute later. And I'm using the unfulfilled wall sign, which is one of the most useful items in the game, which I think is also from Dine Out. Dine Out is amazing. And for those of you who don't know what those big doors at the side are, they are called the dock doors, which is where all the set and stuff comes into. So you'd rock up there with your van or, car in our case, because we don't have a van. I just thought I'd put a little cafe upstairs, because it's quite in keeping with this sort of thing. And then I did a roof a minute ago, as you probably saw. Don't really need to explain that. Thought I'd put up some posters and some paintings, so that's kind of like what's on at the moment. And then I put over in the bar, kind of cafe area in the corner, I put the nice music paintings. Oh, here I've put the little merchandise stall. When you go to see a show and you can buy your programs and stuff, here's the cafe again. And here's the merchandise again. I wanted to see if there was a mannequin that had a t-shirt on, but they're all naked, so nothing there. But a clock to see what time the show starts, then some awards for, what the theatre has won, because theatres win awards for being a good venue and things like that, or maybe they're in-house productions, maybe they put on a panto and they won an award for that or something, or create a play, I don't know. More artwork and stuff in the dock for the in-house set builders. Thought about dance floor, but it was a bit of a fail. And we're nearly coming to the end. I'm just doing the walls now. I have some trouble with the foundations, I must tell you. Because, of course, if there's one room, it has to have the same foundation all the way around, which makes sense, except when it's the wall, it's annoying. So, of course, what I did was I had the stage as a foundation, and then I took out the floor part, where the audience come in and stuff, the front row, and that's raised, not raised. Yeah. So the foundation all the way around was various different colours, and that's not good because I want the stage to be black and I want the edge around the auditorium to be red and the edge around the outside to all be white. So I had to add in loads of weird fake rooms that had different foundations, and it was such a pain, but it was fine. I made it work. I'm just doing the roof now, and I'm sorting out the fact that there were all these extra things. I don't know how I ended it in the end. Did I do this bit? I don't know. We'll see in a second. But we're coming up to the end now. The outside looks absolutely atrocious. But if you've ever actually looked at a modern theatre and looked at it, you kind of go, ooh, that's just a big warehouse-looking thing. That's not fun at all. So essentially, we got this big warehouse-looking thing. And I think that I actually just undid a load of steps because I preferred how it was before. But we'll see very, very shortly. Yeah, that light was getting on my nerves. Here it is. So I did leave the roof how it was. Yeah, it looks pretty ugly from the outside. Let's not lie. But let's go inside. Hello. In we go. Here we have the lovely bar staff. Hello. Hello, barmaid. How you doing? Lovely wallpaper. We're going in to go and look at some toilets. Fancy. Not fancy at all. Just boring toilets. Yep. I wouldn't show you both of the toilets because they look the same. Here's all the shows of things that we've got coming up, or maybe past productions. Here's box office. Oh, hello. She's just chilling out in there. All right. And here we are into the auditorium. How much does that look like you're going into a theatre? How cool is that? I wish you could change the ceiling, though. That's the one thing that this game is missing. It's the ceilings all being white. Like under there, oh, you can just see it. Also, I think there was a room up there that I didn't put wall paint on. Wall paint, you know. Didn't paint the wall. That's what I'm trying to say. Went into the booth then, and back into the auditorium. Here's the view from on the stage, which is very fun. You can see the lights beaming down on you, maybe probably getting in your eyes. Yep, that's about right. Here we have the dock. Beautiful. There's some set up on the top there. I added a few extra bits in that I might not have featured in the video. We'll go backstage. Here we go. Got a nice... There we go. We're outside. Ah, lovely. Lovely view into the stage. Oh, somebody's in the office. Okay. Who's in stage door? Going through stage door into the office. Hello. He's just chilling out in here. Great. Good for you. Yep, because they can just wander wherever they want in this building because no one's there to tell them not to. A dressing room. I don't think I show you any more dressing rooms because they look pretty much the same. There's a toilet. Well, there's a shower. Shower, toilet. They're going through the walls. Bleh. Like a ghost. Or a ghost. Don't know what that is. That's something that's in the basement. Oh yes, I left all the set things in the basement. So if you want to use them, you can. Going upstairs now. There are more dressing rooms. That's the wardrobe department. If you have laundry day, feel free to fill that with washing machines because that's what will be in there. Oh no, that light. Oh no, do I fix it? No, I just ignore it. Sorry, that was lazy of me. I should have fixed that. There's a script on the table. That's where the director would sit for a rehearsal. We've got water in it. Oh, okay. Apparently we're in front of house again. Here is the upstairs in front of house. I think I needed to build a ceiling somewhere that didn't have one. Whoops. Oh well. You know what? I worked hard on this. I can't be bothered. Ugh. I don't know where I'm zipping about. This is nuts. And here we are back in the auditorium and thus end the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've had a lovely time watching my theatre build. If you did enjoy the video, please do give me a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the video and come and find me over on Twitch. I'll put the links in the description. Bye!